Faldeo 101. Starting off with putting on the skirt. First way you can do it is from below. Make sure when you do this, step in and pull it up at the same time so you don't step on it. The preferred method is over your head, especially for costumes, so that they don't get dirty. Now, picking up your skirt, there's a few different ways you can do it. One is just with your thumb and the rest of your fingers behind the skirt, or scissors. So your index and your thumb have the skirt in front, and then the rest of your fingers have the support in the back, and you're just holding on to them. Make sure that you're not scrunching it up, even if you're holding it that way. Don't put it around your fingers either. That's not helpful for when you're skirting. And of course, when you're holding them, making sure that your palms are facing the ceiling. Holding on to your skirt, you also want to make sure you have good posture. So making sure your core is engaged, your shoulders are back, and your neck is nice and long. When you grab your skirt, make sure that it's even front and back. And you want to use your Olan or your ruffle as a guide. So if a skirt is made for you, then you can usually have your hand at the ruffle and everything is fine. But sometimes skirts are short, and so you might have to hold it past the ruffle, and that's okay, as long as you don't hold it at the tip, because then you don't have all of that skirt that you need to work with, and it's a different region. Or if it's too long, then you can hold it above the ruffle, like me with this skirt, because my skirt is a little too long on me. When you're holding it, make sure that it is nice and tight. There's this nice straight line, and then that your arm also has a slight bend in it, and again, that your palms are facing the ceiling. You don't want to grab it to where your skirt is like that, has a little dip in it. You also don't want to hold it too much that you're overextending or breaking the wrist. Having it nice and straight and even. Now that you know how to hold a skirt, it's time to learn how to move your skirt. So you're going to do little infinity sign motions. We'll do it just with our wrist right now. So hold your arm out, and you're going to flip, and then bring it down and flip, and flip, and flip. So this is just with our wrist, but when we use our whole skirt, we're going to use our whole arm. So if we're starting from here, you're going to flip down. Your torso is what is your line. That's your guide to tell you that's when you need to stop. And that's when you flip back and go back. And since this is where we started for now, we can say this is where we end, and we'll flip here. We'll flip at our torso, flip halfway, flip, and flip, flip, flip. And you're still making that 8, but it's a little longer. So you should feel more of your muscles working. For our faldeo, we want to make sure that we're doing the movement here in front, but also in the back, that the skirt's movement is not getting broken. So we're gonna take this arm, we're gonna start here as we do, we're gonna come in. As we come in, we're coming down. Once we get to our torso, we flip, we flip up, come down. Now that we're here in the middle, we're gonna go as far as we can to the back, and then flip once we get to our longest point, and then flip up. So we flip as far as you can to the back, flip out, and then flip up, and up. So you're still making that infinity, but now it's a lot bigger. And to get this back here, you really want to move all of that arm, your whole shoulder is moving to be able to get that. We're grabbing our skirts again, holding it up nice and tight, and we are going to take it down Again, I'm gonna get here because all of this fabric is gonna make it look like I'm really bringing it, but I'm not. So going down, and then when I get to the back, out, down and out, flip and flip and flip, flip and flip. Same thing on the other side, right? You're flipping here and flipping there, flipping here and there, flip and flip, 1 and 2. Grabbing my skirt, I'll practice on this side also. So I'm here, starting out, and I'm gonna go forward, and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. You can do both of your hands together also. Those are mariposas. Coming up, not crossing, not coming too far in, coming up, flipping, and coming down. And once you get to the back, you do the same thing. So flip up and flip back, flip up and back. So again, if I'm flipping back, back, back. So your flip should go towards each other. Same thing if you're single-handed. Flip in to your body. So mariposas, they flip together. They should mirror each other, right? Flipping, 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 flipping. So with your skirt, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. The next and last one we'll learn is alternating. So it's the same as your singles, but now each arm gets a time in front and in back. So that's how you alternate, making sure that each arm has a chance to be in the front and the back. A lot of times we see this, where it goes side to side, but that looks a lot different than this, right? So just making sure if I'm doing this, I'm probably crossing over too much, not paying attention to my torso. So I want each time I move for them to get their chance in the front and in the back. And that's it. So to recap, making sure we're holding it nice and tight. When we do our singles, we're making those 8s or those infinity signs. We do the same on both sides, going to the front and to the back. Doing them together, mariposas, and then alternating. Each hand gets its own time in front and in the back.